Looks like there was a fight here recently. I'm not picking up any House Mokai ships on the sensors, though. If they're here, they're under cloak.
Good to see you. Admiral Cabret, at your service. As you can see, we're dealing with an unexpected breakout of hostilities here. We came here to determine the status of a rather unusual variety of spore. As we were getting our bearings, a Ferengi marauder dropped out of cloak and unleashed hell. Afraid so. Fortunately, the Carter and Shurgat were able to respond before the Ferengi finished us off. Once they arrived, the Daemon pursued the better part of Valor and went back under cloak. Now that you're here, I believe the Ferengi will cut and run, assuming they're still out there hiding.
Sorry to interrupt, but I'm reading low-level radiation coming from a nearby asteroid. I think your Ferengi is out there harvesting spores, Admiral.
Take the Carter and Shurgat with you. The Ferengi will think twice about attacking a group of ships. And you might be able to put an end to all this without firing a shot.
The Carter is ready to assist you.
Lead the way. The Shurgat will follow. Reading a single Ferengi vessel, Marauder-class. They've decloaked.
I thought I made myself clear to that woolly-faced Starfleet Admiral. This salvage is mine and mine alone. Now run along before I'm forced to damage that pretty ship and take it as a prize. After all, even a damaged ship of that class will fetch a fine pile of latinum. That's what you get for doing your own thinking, friend. Allow me to show you the error of your ways. Leave enough of their ships for salvage. I'll be under cloak.
Well, there's good news and bad news. Which would you like to hear first? Bad news, the Ferengi managed to harvest a spore colony from the asteroid before we arrived. He's got more than enough to make our lives difficult if he sells to Ja'ula. The Ferengi ship just dropped out of cloak, and by the look of things, they're suffering a full propulsion system breakdown. No impulse, no warp, thrusters only. So, how do you feel about taking those spores off their hands?
Before you start, let me remind you that I have what you want, and it's one button press away from disintegration. My ship might be a mess, but my personal phaser works just fine. You beamed out my spores! Not one, not some, but all my spores! I'm ruined! Oh, I don't suppose you're interested in a very promising business opportunity on Ryza? Beachfront property?
We've got company, angry company. They're targeting us and the Ferengi.
There will be no deal. We want the sword.
You treacherous! First by the minute!
Green diplomacy.
Do they not know the 16th rule of acquisition? A deal is a deal! Ah, but you're not a barbarian like those... Never mind. You've got class, I can tell. Now, don't be so hasty, my classy, well-armed friend. Before you haul me off, let me tempt you with a one-of-a-kind offer. That Ryzian timeshare I mentioned earlier, plus a full barrel of Tranya. 2386 vintage. That's easily worth my weight in latinum. I know where the Bajoran orb of acquisition is, partner.
The Birmingham is ready for action, and not a moment too soon. It looks like Madron's treacherous friends are coming back for a rematch.
I can honestly say I had nothing to do with these ships coming to kill us. They're doing it all on their own. You aren't going to let them kill me, are you? I'm helpless. You have to protect me.
the pressure! Well fought in... Well fought indeed. They'll think twice about coming after us again. I'll let Alliance Command know what happened here today. If Jeula or any of Modron's friends try to harvest the spores in this system, we'll make sure they have a nice welcoming party waiting for them. Modron's on his way to a Federation holding facility. We will make sure he faces justice for what he's done here today. Rest assured. Your work is done here. We'll take care of the wrap-up. Cabret, out.